Hello and welcome again to Intersolar 2025. We're here in the module section of the trade show floor. My name is Marian Willuhn. I'm an editor with PV Magazine, and I'm joined by Tristan Erion-Lorico. He's the VP of Sales and Marketing at Kiwa PVEL, and he knows a lot about module quality.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. Thank you for having me.
So, when walking across the trade show floor, we always see a huge booth displays of very well-known manufacturers, also some of the new ones, and you know, you could always think, or it's interesting to ask somebody like you, what are your key takeaways this year in terms of module quality?
Yeah, I would say, we're seeing some good things on module quality, and we're seeing some more concerning things. So, as you know, we have our product qualification program, which is a series of extended reliability and performance tests we do on PV modules. And each year we publish the module reliability scorecard. The next one will come out on June 4th. And there's a lot of top performers named in it. There's a lot of good things we're seeing, but on the other hand, there's some concerning things.
Okay, what are these concerning things?
Well, one is module breakage. We've been reporting about module breakage for a number of years in the scorecard, and unfortunately it's spiking. It's getting worse. I've talked to you about module breakage in the past, and we don't see it being solved.
Is it just a matter of looking at the glass thickness of the module and then I have solved the problem as a buyer?
No, I mean, we're definitely seeing less breakage on glass backsheet modules, so that could be solving it, but as we report in the scorecard, glass backsheet can present other reliability concerns. Again, these are general statements. We see some glass backsheet modules that do quite well, but other ones, we see for Topcon, for example, some moisture-related issues in Topcon and HJT where you would want a glass module for certain cells, certain bills of material. So, you might solve the glass breakage issue by opening yourself up to other reliability concerns. But we're seeing on the glass breakage side, 20% of the modules we've tested break in our mechanical load testing. In the past 2 scorecards, that's been at 6%, and we were raising the alarm then. It's 6%, we've got to deal with this, and now it's 20%. So things are on that front are getting worse before they get better.
Okay, something to learn for the industry, definitely. We've seen in the recent years, a shift towards the large or wide application of Topcon out in the field. And recently we've also heard of Topcon degradation. Is this something that you've also seen there some concerning numbers?
Yes, certainly in our testing we see, again, general statement, some modules degrade, some modules don't. So specifically with UV induced degradation or UVID, we've seen some Topcon modules perform well, and we would say that they're UV stable, but then we see some other modules that have Topcon sensitivities, UV sensitivities for Topcon modules where they're degrading. We've also reported on destabilization of modules for Topcon. So modules that are UV sensitive, if you put them in the dark and leave them in the dark for a number of weeks or a month, they'll continue degrading in dark storage. So now it makes testing more difficult because we need to bring the module in, do a light soak, and then flash test it to get a more accurate result. As opposed to in the past, you could take modules in from outdoors or from the UV chamber, flash them, and have confidence in the results. Now, with this destabilization, you need to treat the modules differently to get an accurate measurement.
Is this a widely accepted testing regime in the industry that everybody uses for Topcon now?
I would say we're learning. I know Fraunhofer, you recently covered them talking about UV destabilization. We've reported on that too. We're part of the IEC committee looking at UVID and how to test it properly. So, as an industry, we're learning about module behavior and how to treat the modules. Unfortunately, gone are the days of BSF where you could put it in a chamber, flash test it, and have total confidence in the results. Now we're seeing that in some cases there's test artifacts, and we've got to modify our test procedures to compensate for those artifacts. Okay. But we're learning, we're reporting on what we're seeing, as are other institutes, and we're participating in these committees to solve this as an industry.
Okay, until this isn't solved, as a buyer, as an investor, what can I do until this has been really achieved by the committee?
Well, we have confidence in our test results, and we're certainly seeing that there's modules, Topcon modules, HJT modules, that are UV stable, where we take it out of the flash test, we take it out of the UV chamber, we flash test the module, it shows a result, then with a short light soak, it shows the same result. So, I think we are confident that is a representation of the field representative outdoor degradation for UV. So, we're confident in those results, and I think banks and buyers are also confident in those results. But if you have a module that you take from outside in the field, you want us to flash test it, and we don't do that light soaking, you might see that it degraded 8%. Is that 8% true? To find out, that's where you do the light soaking and then reflash it and see how much recovery there was.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'm going to continue to walk with Tristan Erion-Lorico here across the trade show floor and discuss some more module quality with him. But so far, we've learned module breakage and is a problem, is a growing problem. And for the UV degradation in Topcon modules, there are solutions, there are testing regimes that work already, and we're looking forward to those standards from the committee. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you so much.